Hello Yeeps, recently the war update came out, giving us many cool items like this and this. But this video is about some other things that I think they should add, and they could fit really well with the war update. First up, I'm going to be going over some general things. First one, I think they should increase max stuffing to 10,000 in most maps. And along with this feature, I think they could also add another one of these buttons that look like the stuffing cost button. And basically, it'll set the max stuffing that you can have. For example, it could have different settings like 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000. Maybe even 20,000 if you want to throw that in. I think that would be cool. And many people would like more stuffing, so I think this would be a really popular choice. Alright, next up, I'm going to be talking about more slots. I'm pretty sure most of us here, when we're fighting or whatever, we would like more slots so we could have more weapons ready. Personally, me, I don't like switching between a bunch of weapons. Like, if I get frozen, I go to hot cocoa, and then I go back and I pull out, like, my sticky bomb. And I find that really annoying. So, it would just be nice if you could, like, buy more slots with buckcoins, or just add more slots without, that are just, like, straight up there by default, so, like, 3 or 4. And I think that would be really nice, and more people would also like that, too. Alright, next up, it's actually going to be war-related this time. Let me pull out a pellet gun. I don't actually own the originals. But basically, a new gun that I think they should add, a shotgun. Shotguns would be nice. Basically, it's going to be on the beach tech web, just like all the other guns. Well, pellet guns actually aren't. But most weapons are on the beach tech web. It's going to have the same coloring scheme, like this red and white body. And since these cost 300, these cost 500, I think shotguns should cost 400. Now, each bullet, actually, though, for pellet guns, they cost 50. For snipers, they cost 100. Now, shotguns, actually, they shoot a burst of bullets. So, I think there could be, like, 5 bullets. And it would cost 250 to fire each time. So, making it, like, a between weapon when it comes to, price and pulling it out. But when it comes to actually firing it, it's going to be an expensive one. Alright, next up, I'm going to be talking about grenades. I think there should be 2 more kinds of grenades. First of all, snowballs are basically already grenades, so we don't need to talk about that. We do have these kinds of grenades and impulse grenades. One of the ones we are missing, though, that I think we should have, radioactive grenades. And another one that I think we should add, these sticky pillow grenades. They're kind of opposites. So you could probably add them in one update, and I think that would be pretty cool. They would just be around in the beach tech web area, around the other grenades, and I think this would be pretty cool. And to add on top of that, if you would like to, impulse missiles. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, it's just gonna have a purple top instead of a red top, and it's gonna have the impulse sign on it, and it doesn't do damage, and it's mostly for knockback, so I think that would be pretty cool. Alright, ready? Next thing is gonna be about melee weapons. Specifically the bats. And maybe shields. Maybe you could add, like, a cheaper variation. Where, they're basically damage bats and damage shields. So I think that would be pretty cool. And you could, actually fix them with cotton if you would like. So... Or maybe they're, like, these shields that are cheaper. And they're damageable. But you can repair them with cotton, so I think that would be nice. Same with the bats, and maybe if they're damaged, like, I'm pretty sure shields maybe already have a state where it's, like, cracked, but bats, they could just have, like, tears in them, since I'm pretty sure these are made of cotton, so, like, bats with tears, and then you could repair them with cotton, so, like, damageable bats, and you would like to, you can make them a different color. Last thing I would like to do, I would think a cotton transfer item, like a direct cotton transplant would be cool. So, for example, like these letters, I'm not sure how these would work. Maybe it's like a cotton plant kind of, or maybe it's like a snowball and you can just give it to someone. But basically, you can open it up. It'll ask you how much cotton would you like to put in here, and you can type it in. And it will be rounded to the nearest tenth. So, because most items here are in 10. And then, you can either leave it on the floor and, I don't know why I decided to write in this. But basically, you can just leave it on the floor. and anyone who picks it up will receive that much cotton, or you can give it to your friends, and then they'll get that much cotton. So it's like a directly healing thing, so you won't have to be like, alright, here's 10 snowballs, and it's like 3,000 cotton, and because that's annoying, and no one wants to do that. So, basically, it's like a direct cotton thing, and you can think of it like as a cotton transplant, actually, or a medical thing. So, I think that would be interesting. Alright, that's all for this video. Those are my suggestions. If Trash Games, if you see this, please consider some of them, because I would really like to see some of those in your game. Goodbye.